and you're watching
TNN!
Welcome to our very last episode.
It's so sad Townsend won't get to see my beautiful face every Thursday anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna miss your beautiful face.
Anyway, these 5 weeks passed by really fast. Let's look at a clip of the candidates and the interest groups one last time.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat. Tell the neighbors gonna die of fright. It's our town. Everybody scream. In this town of Halloween.
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
Down that corner I'm hiding in the trash can. Something's waiting on a punch and pound.
Hooray, this is Halloween. Red and black.
It's flighty green.
Aren't you scared?
Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice. Take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night.
Everybody scream! Everybody scream!
In our town of Halloween.
I am the clown with the tearaway face.
Here in a flash and funner than trace.
I am the who and you call who's there.
I am the wind blowing through your hair. I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Tender rumblings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare.
That's our job
But we're not mean
in our town of Halloween. In this town,
Don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise.
Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and
Scream like a banshee, make you jump out of your skin.
this is Halloween.
Everybody scream. Won't you please make way for a very special guy?
Lawman Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
I'm gonna miss all these memories.
Like you choking on the biscuit?
I'm really sick of you two arguing all the time. What are you, 2 warring countries?
On the topic of you being sick and warring countries, this week's theme is healthcare and immigration.
So, how will we learn about healthcare and immigration policies?
I think it would be so cute if we made ribbons with the candidates while they talked about their healthcare policies.
Okay, but don't forget their foreign policies.
You're right. Let's also teach the candidates foreign dances and then learn about their immigration policies. Hi everyone, it's Blessing here, and I'm here with the candidates running for governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and Charlie Crist. And we're here to learn dances from different cultures, starting with a K-pop dance. What is Love by Twice? Let's get started.
Okay, so I'm Nihi now. Our candidates are still dancing. As you can see, we have many different cultures here, which is a result of immigration. So now we're going to talk about our candidates' immigration policies. Okay, so now Ron DeSantis will share with us his immigration policies.
Well,
Sir, put the mic down. Put the mic down.
Well, that caliente salsa really reminded me of these Mexican immigrants that are flooding into our country from down south. They are invading our border states. and just filling them up. They're taking our jobs, they're taking our tax dollars. That's why I decided to send these immigrants up to Martha's Vineyard so that the stinky Democrats that refuse to do anything, they can finally see what it's like.
So by sending these immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, you're implying that Martha's Vineyards can take care of these people better than we can? That our people, kind, caring people, can't take care of these people better than Martha's Vineyards?
What I'm saying is the great people of Florida can only be stretched so far. These immigrants are flooding in every year, hundreds, thousands, millions of them flooding in. There's only so many that we can take. And these Democrat states, they don't have to deal with it, so they do nothing. So we need to send them up there. Let them deal with the problem that they create.
You see, this is a classic example of why you shouldn't vote Republicans. They're simply making mountains out of molehills, and the moment they create a problem they can't solve, they simply commit crimes to cover up the problems. This man committed actual crimes sending these immigrants to Martha's Vineyards, and we're just supposed to ignore that?
See, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. They refuse to fix any problem. He keeps saying how small of a problem it is. If it's such a small problem, then why haven't you done anything for decades?
Okay, wait, so we heard about your policies, so what are your immigration policies?
My immigration policies are exactly the opposite of Ron DeSantis's. I plan to make sure that each immigrant has a clear path to citizenship, to make sure that we are able to accept and care for all these immigrants.
And how do you plan on solving the problem of citizenship taking so long?
That is simply a problem created by the Republicans to make excuses for why these immigrants are wasting tax dollars. Illegal immigrants make up huge portions of the economy, and you're just ignoring that?
So you're saying that Republicans are intentionally creating a problem for themselves for no reason?
You're doing it to make sure that your base of racists and homophobes get riled up whenever you do something like this. Whenever you commit a crime like this.
America, he just called you racist and homophobic.
Okay. Thank you to both candidates who came and helped us make ribbons. If you want one, come find us, but, you know. Any closing remarks? Last remarks?
Red wave!
Don't forget to vote blue on election day, guys.
Red wave!
I need to use the bathroom. Can we go to an ad break?
Sure, help me pull it in.
Is it time to vote for Stacey Abrams? What time is it? Time to hit the polls and vote for AOC. Election day is coming soon. Time to vote, I wanna hear you loud and clear now. Cast your vote for Stacey and AOC. If you want change, vote us on election day.
They low-key ate.
Off topic, but I'm so stressed with my Common Apps.
Oh my gosh, so true.
You should do some yoga.
You actually should do it with the candidates. I bet they can use time for their health too, and also talk about their policies in the meantime.
You know what? You're right. I should do yoga. Now we'll play Try New Things with New York State Senate District 7 candidates. First, we have the Republican candidate, Jack Martins. Hi, how are you?
I'm great.
Then, we have the Democratic candidate, Anna Kaplan.
Hi!
How are you?
I'm great.
Now I'll be showing the first yoga pose, and then the candidates will try to mimic it, and whoever loses their balance first will have to eat the baby food. Yucky. Again, you do not have to make it as perfect as possible, but please try your best, and when you're ready, get to the form. And while you guys are trying to balance or not balance, Please discuss your policies.
So yeah, unlike Jack Martins, I believe in women supporting other women and in abortion. I think New York should be a safe haven for all women to get abortions, no matter where they come from. And I think I've supported this by the Reproductive Health Act, by supporting Kathy Hochul in all the bills that she has passed supporting abortion rights. Thank you. Jack Martins, have anything to say since you already lost balance?
Okay. I see my opponent is very struck on abortion right now, but she's very narrowing the scope. I, on the other hand, will ensure healthcare access to our veterans, the heroes of our country, who really need it. I will make sure that the VA hospitals have just as much equipment as private state-of-the-art hospitals. I will also ensure that seniors and veterans won't have to choose between food or life-saving prescription drugs in order to save money. I will ensure that they will have low-cost prescription drugs for use.
I think the only difference between Jack and I is while I do support veterans, he does not support women's rights. And that's simply a fact.
Now we'll be moving on to the second yoga pose. Then the candidates will try to mimic it as close to it as possible, and whoever loses their balance will sadly have to eat the fake food. Alright. Again, you can put your legs lower, it doesn't have to be as high. Okay? So, whenever you guys are ready, please get to the floor.
How's it going?
So, what are your thoughts on abortion? I don't support abortion, but I do.
No, you also don't support LGBTQ rights.
No, yes I do. I do support LGBTQ rights, but I didn't during my previous term as a senator because I was backed by civil unions.
Oh, so you agree that other...
No, what are you saying? What is she? Drugs for seniors. I will implement EPIC, elderly pharmaceutical insurance.
Now we'll be learning about the immigrant policies of the candidates. So in this round, we'll be playing 5 seconds of the really popular music in another language. And then hopefully our candidates will guess it, and whichever candidate guesses the most amount of songs correctly will get 20 seconds at the end and 10 seconds for whoever loses it. So let's begin.
Let It Go from Frozen.
Diamonds by My Love, Rihanna.
Good job. As you can see, the Democratic candidate, Anna Kaplan, won. Now she'll have 20 seconds to share her policies.
Yeah, thank you so much. As for immigration, I believe immigrants are the backbone of our community, unlike Jack Martins, who sends out hateful mailers, fear-mongering among many communities, talking about how they bring bad blood. And that's simply not true. They contribute so much to our society. And I think we should be supporting people like Kathy Hochul, who really try to make sure that immigrants aren't being unjustly deported and making sure that they can thrive in our communities. Thank you.
Now you'll have 10 seconds.
Well, as the son of 2 Portuguese immigrants, I truly believe in the immigrant American dream. I believe that undocumented immigrants should have a path to attain status in our country. And I only would plan on deporting immigrants who commit violent crimes in our nation. Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
Vote for Jack Martins on election day. Anna Kaplan's always capping.
Stop capping, vote for Kaplan.
Bring Jack Martins back. It's time to bring Jack back.
There's a reason why Jack got kicked out in the first place.
I have to say that debate was a bit hectic.
I know, right? The pressure was on. Now, let's see what the field crew has for us.
Back to you.
And today I'm here with Mr. William Shanahan. So my first question for you, Mr. Shanahan, what are your thoughts on killing babies?
Do you mean abortion?
Yes.
Okay, so as someone running to be a judge, we're not creating any new legislation. What we are doing is we are enforcing the law that already exists in the state. So New York State is a pro-abortion state, which means that every woman in New York City has the right to have an abortion. And I know that kind of sounds weird coming from a Republican, but that's why I've been telling people that we should not be looking at political parties for this race. What we should be looking at is if the person running to be a judge is going to be impartial and is going to enforce the law fairly and equally.
Hi, I'm Tekla from Boat Crew 2, and today we're here with Karen Lynn. So my first question to you, Miss Lynn, is what are you going to do to help illegal aliens?
Do you mean immigrants?
Yeah, immigrants.
Well, as an immigrant, I came here when I was 3, so I know all the experiences they've had, like all the struggles, the racism, and how it feels to be discriminated against for whoever you are. And I feel like that shouldn't be right. As a judge, I can't change legislation. I can only interpret it. So when you're voting for judge, it's based on the person more so than what they're gonna do, because you trust their judgment more, right? For work, I've also helped create the Queens Pro Bono Clinic, which gives a lot of access to social workers, immigration officers, and anything that's legal to immigrants. So we have a lot of people who can translate for people who may not know English, but still want to live in the States, or learn like the ins and outs, but may not have the money, because like some people sometimes, let's say you want like a housing judge, you might end up getting a civil court judge, and vice versa. There's judges for specific things, and you want to make sure that you're not wasting resources, especially for immigrant, which you may have very little for.
All right, thank you. All right, well, I just want to say thank you, Mr. Shanahan, and thank you, Ms. Flynn. Mr. Shanahan, what happened to your hat?
Shoot, you're right. Where is it?
Where's my coat?
Hey, give me that!
Sorry, dude.
Can I keep the tie?
No!
Hello, today we are here with
Thomas DiNapoli, and I'm running for New York State Comptroller.
Yes, and on this week on healthcare and immigration, we're going to ask him a few questions. So the first question is, how do you think COVID is still a prominent issue, and what are your plans for it?
So I think while COVID-19 is making its leave, its effects on our economy are still here to stay. However, even through these times of recession, I have managed to maintain a stable economy and in many cases even improve upon it. Since COVID-19 began, I managed to even add $80 billion to our state pension fund, and in 2021 have the highest rate of return of 33% for this fund as well. I think just continuing this management over the state pension fund will allow me to actually will allow us to actually get out of this economic recession in New York.
Okay, great response. Okay, for the second question we have, what struggles do you aim to help immigrants with?
Through my shareholder influence with the state pension fund, I'm going to be encouraging many companies to start helping minority and immigrant rights, something which Paul Rodriguez is actively against. See, if he is elected as a state comptroller, he's going to stop doing this, something which I've proven to be very successful in encouraging these groups throughout my 15 years as a comptroller.
Okay, great response. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, TNN. Today we're with Special Interest Group
Americans for Prosperity.
So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
We are a conservative libertarian interest group, which means we represent you, the people, not the government.
What are some of your main initiatives?
We advocate for criminal justice reform, a new immigration system, and we want to fight against economic corruption.
What are some of the candidates that you endorse?
We endorse Tina Forte, Lee Zeldin, Joe Pinion, Dr. Oz, and Ron DeSantis.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the viewers?
Remember, on Election Day,
don't be misled, vote red.
My name is Tina Forte, and I'm a Republican candidate for District 14.
Do you think COVID is still a prominent issue, and what are your plans for it?
COVID was never a prominent issue. These Dems were pushing their false agenda just to control us. They wanted us to wear masks when AOC was caught maskless partying at a drag bar during Omicron. They wanted our children to stay inside and suffer. They want to enforce vaccines on us. It is a scary place when these Dems are controlling our bodies.
What are your opinions on the current immigration rate?
We are a nation of immigrants, and we're much better because of it. I'm a strong supporter of legal immigration, and I want to streamline the process of getting skilled workers into America legally. AOC and her socialist friends are causing a crisis at our southern border, which is why I fully fund Customs and Border Protection and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I want to continue building our barrier in the southern border so we can stop illegal immigrants from coming in and streamline these legal, skilled workers to help our economy.
Thank you, Field Crew.
Now, let's line the move with cup pong between the candidates.
What does cup pong have to do with anything?
Well, the candidates will play cup pong to share their policies on healthcare and immigration. If the candidates make a shot, they get to answer a question attached to the cup.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Now let's take a look at the candidates running for Pennsylvania Senate. On this side, we have Republican candidate Dr. Oz, and on this side, we have Democratic candidate John Fetterman. So you guys can start.
Okay.
Right.
Wait, rock, paper, scissors to see who gets the thing first.
Wait, one round?
3.
Okay.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot.
Oh, okay.
Come back. Alright. That's it.
Good shot. What number is that?
5.
Okay, give your best pickup line.
My best pickup line. Hey girl, are you the Democrats? Because you could ruin my life.
Okay.
That was really bad. Yeah.
That was good.
Does that count?
Yes.
Number 1.
What is your stance on abortion rights?
I believe every woman should have right to their own bodies, and working with Planned Parenthood, I want to ensure that women in Pennsylvania get that right.
It was on our hot dogs. I know some of you might like to put ketchup.
How
This is
do
how
you
we
know
do it
you
in
don't even
Pennsylvania.
live in Pennsylvania?
Do you have your
Is that
TV
what you
screen?
said?
Do you have your TV screen here to read you these questions?
I'm done. I'm all good. Thanks, though.
Ready?
Yeah. What do? I just eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What number is now?
2.
How do you plan on improving accessibility to healthcare?
Improving accessibility to healthcare. I do want to make healthcare more affordable for working class Americans, for all Americans. I don't think universal healthcare, like John Fetterman proposes, is the right solution though. In order to get the best and cheapest healthcare for our Americans, we need competing healthcare policies. So the free market can decide what Americans want. Speed run.
Oh, that was good.
That was good job.
Thank you.
What number is that?
3.
What is your take on the current immigration system?
I think the current immigration system is extremely brutal and unfair. I really want to work towards a more humane immigration system. People should not be getting abused at the border, and I want to help with that. Okay, great. I won, so what do I get?
Okay, so you can choose what Dr. Oz posts on Instagram now.
Okay, out of anything, I can choose anything.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Come election day, Fetterman is the better way.
First of all, I would like to thank John Fetterman for finally coming debating me. I've been waiting for so long. I'm glad you guys got to hear what he had to say. So vote Mehmet Oz for your cause, Pennsylvania Senate. I'm not done talking.
Oh, okay.
Come November 7th, Red Wave.
He's never done talking.
Okay, thank you so much.
Not again. Wait. Is that another ad from the candidates? Help me pull it up.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, we run. Ba-da-ba-ba. The Democrats are done.
Say I can rap, look so wrong. Don't even know a reference song. Got bars to go hard in your policies. I've gone spoiled the want to be. Look at my shy, I'm more wannabe. Tick tock, time to leave. NYDIA by Red Wave Conservative.
Fellow citizens, we are setting a new range.
All right, we get it. Get out of here, you immigrants.
Healthcare and immigration are the topics for this week.
We fight to ensure that immigrants have access to public healthcare and safe, affordable transit.
We need access to services that can reduce high medical bills and increase transparency on surprise medical bills.
We want fair treatment for all.
But what about Brian? What you did to him wasn't fair.
Fellow citizens, we are setting a new range.
Because we are the New York Communities for Change.
What the hell?
Are you Paul King? Dick, you look like a clown. Hypothetically, if you were greenhouse gases, would you be trying to go down with me? 100%.
It's been a year, Daddy.
Go.
Baby, are you climate change? Because I'm the only one who believes in it. Are you abortion? Because I'll protect you with everything I got.
Oh my god. Oh! Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
From interviews with the radio show to classroom visits with our amazing conservative candidates, Citizens United has done everything we can to get our message of financial liberty and individual prosperity to all of you these past 4 weeks. Now it's time for you to do your part. Don't forget to vote.
Well, that was the last of the ads.
Let's cut to more of our field crew.
Back to you.
What's up, guys? It's Ned back again, and today we're joined by
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm the current House Representative for New York's 14th Congressional District, and I'm running for my 3rd term.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. This week's topics are about healthcare and immigration. So, what is your stance on abortion?
So when it comes to abortion, I am absolutely pro-choice. I think that it's the right of anyone to choose whether or not they have an abortion, and it's a choice that should be private between someone and their doctor. I support the Women's Health Protections Act to make sure that it can become a federal law. And I also want to repeal the Hyde Amendment, which actually has allowed federal Medicaid funds to be prohibited from abortion care. And I want to make sure that it's something that people have access to around the country.
Now, for immigration, what struggles do you aim to help immigrants with?
Yeah, so for those that are in the country right now and have temporary protected status, I want to give them better paths to citizenship and make it actually easier for them to obtain citizenship. I also want to abolish ICE and reduce the budgets in the U.S. Customs and Border Services. They have repeatedly violated human rights, and I want to make sure that those that are coming to this country are respected and they're valued, especially immigrants in New York and across the country who bring incredible culture and value to our society.
What do you guys promote and who do you endorse?
Hi, we're Citizens United and we are a conservative interest group. We believe very strongly in limited government and freedom of enterprise. The government should not be able to regulate so many different aspects of your lives. You guys are more than capable of making the decisions that will be best for you and your community.
Yeah, and we support those conservative candidates whose ideals align with ours, such as Lee Zeldin, Tina Forte, Paul Rodriguez, Paul King, Joe Pinion. All these candidates believe in restoring power to the people and believe in your ability to have your best interests for yourselves.
Remember guys, election day is coming up right around the corner, so please vote red and Red Wave!
Hello TNN, here we are with Paul Rodriguez, and I'm running for New York State Comptroller. How are you today? I'm doing great, thank you for inviting me.
So this week is week 5, which focuses on healthcare and immigration. So our first question is, how do you plan on improving accessibility to healthcare?
Yes, so I'm supported by the interest group NYGHA, which is the New York Greater Hospital Association. And with my support and us working together, they focus on lowering bills for medical students so that they can complete their studies better, so that they are overall in charge of healthcare. Also, they are pro-choice, I'm pro-choice, and so we want to provide abortions to everyone that are accessible and open.
Now regarding immigration, what struggles do you aim to help immigrants with?
I want to lower the cost of living, not only for immigrants, but I feel like it is a harder life for immigrants out there. So by lowering taxes and having a budget spending cap, we can make sure inflation is lower, and also basically have the gas prices, the rent prices, and the grocery prices in stable.
So is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers?
Yeah, eat the rich, vote Paul Rodriguez, and make sure you vote for the Red Wave this year.
Hello, so introduce you guys. What candidates do you guys endorse, and what does your group promote?
We represent Planned Parenthood. We believe in sex education and care that is accurate, equitable, and accessible no matter your age, identity, immigration status, or your ability to pay.
The Planned Parenthood Action Network engages activists and voters across the country to mobilize in support of the expansion and protection of reproductive rights. We support Kathy Hochul, Chuck Schumer, Max Rose, and John Fetterman.
So on election day, vote blue to make sure that you care no matter what.
I hope you know all about the candidates and are a little bit more politically aware now.
Yeah, the 26 different ones.
Can't believe it's our last week. We are your 2022 Election Sim hosts.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't miss us too much.
See you never!